I mean, we can agree that humans are inherently social creatures. I mean, they did horrible experiments on babies where they gave them all the food and water and anything else they needed, but they didn't interact with them, and those babies ended up dying.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Humans really, really need to socialize.
Yeah, dude, we're imperfect. Like, humans are imperfect from the ground up. Like, I mean, even I feel like you're a great person. Everything you're standing for and everything
Thank
you're
you.
fighting for, like it's awesome to witness. You know what I'm saying? And me trying to do the show and trying to spread love. Like, everybody and anything is imperfect. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, my mom is the fucking greatest human being in this world, but she's imperfect. Like, we all have our flaws. But like, the one thing I like to say on the show is understand and know that we will never be perfect, but try to be the best human being you possibly can. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you will never get to this idea of perfection. You never will. But the idea and the journey to try to find that perfection should be an everyday thing. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't just be like, oh, I'm happy with my fiance. I'm just going to like be the average husband, play video games, never help out around the house, and she can do everything, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, I got to work every single day to better our relationship. Like, you never get to a point. It's just continuously fighting. So tying that back into what we said, it's like talking to people, getting it out, talking to somebody, grow yourself every single day. You're never gonna get to this like, fantastic, I'm happy and everything's okay. And like I said, like, my burden, a lot less heavy, but it's fucking still there, and it's probably never ever gonna go away. And I think you could agree with that.
Well, trauma comes in all shapes and sizes. A lot of people have PTSD coming from different things. You have war veterans, you have people who were abused as children. Trauma survivors are really from any point. You could probably, most people you meet in your life have faced some trauma or other, because not only are we imperfect, but life is imperfect, and a lot of tragedies happen. But like you said, if you work on yourself and you work to grow, that's what helped me with my traumas a lot. When I couldn't afford counseling, I wrote a lot of poetry, and that's actually how that was born, was just writing and working and constantly editing and working to make it perfect. If you saw the original poem
It
from,
wouldn't be.
yeah, it was not great. It was
Right.
pretty angry. It was a lot of blame, and so when I edited that, I wanted to take out the blame and more focus on just how we have to survive, and
Right.
how the world really reacts to us. Because while I am a little angry at the world still, I'm definitely willing to admit that, I want to more focus on how we can change and better things, rather than just being angry that they are as they are.
Oh yeah, no, I respect that 100%. Like, cause you're right, it's so fucking easy to get mad at this world, man. Like, I just, I just, like I said, that event in my life, like, it was, in any point in that way, there's so many things that wasn't my fault. You know what I'm saying? I could have said 0.5 or 1% may have been mine, but so much of that just led to this and that and that and this, and then it just became this huge fucking thing, and then it was just like so much that ended up like fucking laying down on me, you know what I'm saying? And that's again that burden. I'm just like, fuck, like, I'm so pissed at everybody and everything. And that was probably the one and only time I've ever got to the point of suicidal thoughts. You know, I still don't think I ever would have done anything. That was the first time that I literally just wanted to fucking let go, because I was like, I can't handle this fucking thing. It's just one thing after another, and nobody wants to fucking look at me and like take the time to ask how I'm doing or help or fucking fix what's going on because of all this fucked up shit. It's just like, it's happening, and it's like, in that moment you're like, nobody's here, nobody's helping. So
It's really easy to feel alone.
it very much is, you know. But again, when I started talking to someone, same thing. My best friend found out he went through a very similar thing, and I was like, holy shit, I'm not alone. Are you fucking kidding me? And now he's gonna be the best man at my wedding. Like, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
awesome.
Yeah, he's a fucking awesome dude. But it just talking to somebody, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times we can say it, but it's like being an advocate from two different traumas or histories or past or whatever,
Yeah.
like being able to be like, hey, talking to somebody, it's the ultimate fucking cure.
It really is. You won't be cured immediately. It's still a lot to process, and there's still a lot of things you got to work on personally after. But just remember, you can't change what happened to you, and you can't control what happened to you, but you can control how you deal with it and how you move on past it. Don't let yourself fall into addiction. Don't let yourself fall into self-destructive tendencies. It's really, really easy to just want to lash out, to just want to be high all the time or drink all the time or just constantly sleep in your room. That's what I did for months after one of my most recent ones. I I just couldn't handle it, and I burrowed in a hole, and it was really rough. So the best thing you can do is don't let yourself fall down into it. Feel the grief. Don't hide it. Don't push it away, but don't let yourself be consumed by it. Don't let it control you, and don't let it define you.
Right. And that's a big issue is I think what happens to you ends up defining who you are as a human being. And that's hard to cope with and to look in the mirror. It's like, no, like all I'm going to be is this victim, this hurt person, this painful, broken piece of human, and you're just like, that's how you view yourself. Not even from you. I've heard that from so many family, even people that haven't been through trauma, but like they may have made a mistake or they may have not, I don't know, taken their kid out on their birthday because they had to work or something and it tears them apart. So they just like, they can't get past it because they're like, you get so far in your mental. It can be a scary place.
Yeah. Being alone with your thoughts is definitely something you want to avoid.
Talk to somebody. God damn it.